If Niccolò Machiavelli lived today, in an age where people expose every part of their life for likes, where everyone tweets their dreams, rants their anger, and broadcasts their pain, he wouldn't say a word. He'd scroll silently, studying, calculating, and learning exactly who to manipulate. Because he'd know one truth most people ignore: the more you speak, the weaker you become. And if you're truly awake in this noisy, desperate for validation world, there are 5 things you must never speak of to anyone. Ever. The first thing you should never speak of is your next move. Today, everyone wants to announce their plans before they even take the first step. A parent tells their family, "I'm moving my kid to a new school next month." The next thing you know, every relative has an opinion. Some criticize, others gossip, and a few secretly hope it fails. A student brags about acing the exam next week, and suddenly feels the pressure of eyes waiting to see if they fall short. An employee whispers about their plan to resign or go for a promotion, and office politics quietly turn against them. A business owner talks openly about a new deal or expansion, and competitors immediately adjust their strategy. Machiavelli would never do this. He'd move in silence, execute in private, and let the world see results only when it's too late to stop him. To him, the person who announces their next step invites interference. The person who hides it controls the outcome. The second thing you must never speak of is your insecurities. The modern world glamorizes vulnerability. Be open, share your struggles, let people see the real you. But Machiavelli would call that self-destruction disguised as therapy. A mother who says online, "I'm not a good parent," wins temporary sympathy but loses lasting respect. A student who constantly says, "I'm just not smart enough," becomes permanently branded as that by teachers and peers. At work, when you confess, "I'm not confident," it's remembered forever, even after you've improved. In business, when an entrepreneur admits they're struggling financially, no one sees their potential, they see their desperation. Machiavelli would never reveal weakness. He'd fix it silently, appear composed, and let success disguise the struggle. Because once the world knows where you're insecure, it knows exactly where to strike. The third thing you should never speak of is your resentments, your anger, grudges, or emotional wounds. In this generation, people think venting equals strength. They rant online about relatives, complain about teachers, or insult bosses on group chats. Parents bash ex-partners publicly, and their kids absorb the bitterness. Families air dirty laundry for everyone to judge. Students complain about their schools and find themselves punished quietly through neglect. Workers gossip about supervisors and then wonder why opportunities disappear. In business, anger ruins deals faster than incompetence ever could. Machiavelli would never show resentment. If someone betrayed him, he wouldn't shout, he'd smile, remember, and strike when the timing favored him. He'd weaponize patience, not emotion. He'd know that every outburst gives power to the enemy. Silence, to him, wasn't forgiveness, it was the pause before precision. The fourth thing you must never speak of is your financial situation. Today's society runs on flexing wealth or exposing poverty, and both are traps. When parents brag about expensive trips or luxury schools, they attract envy, not admiration. When they overshare struggles about bills, they invite pity and unsolicited judgment. In family circles, money talk creates quiet tension. At school, when students flaunt new gadgets, they breed jealousy and division. At work, when you reveal your salary or complain about being underpaid, you become either resented or pitted. In business, revealing your budget tells your opponent exactly how to beat you. Machiavelli would treat money like classified information. He'd live below his means, never flaunt, never complain. People would underestimate him, and that's exactly how he'd like it. Because power comes not from showing what you have, but from leaving others guessing. And the fifth and final thing you should never speak of, not in public, not even in confidence, is your true beliefs. In a world divided by opinion, where one sentence can cost you a career, Machiavelli would master neutrality. Parents who turn every family dinner into a debate on politics or morality destroy unity at the table. Students who share unpopular opinions in school are labeled for life. Workers who speak their minds too freely get quietly excluded from advancement. Business leaders who take loud ideological stances lose half their market in a single statement. Machiavelli would never reveal his true stance. He'd listen, adapt, agree when it suits him, and act according to advantage, not emotion. He'd understand that silence isn't cowardice, it's camouflage. Because when people know exactly what you believe, they know exactly how to control you. That's the modern tragedy. People mistake honesty for strategy. They think being transparent makes them real, when in truth, it just makes them predictable. Machiavelli would survive this world not by being loud, but by being unreadable. He'd move quietly, hide his fears, contain his anger, protect his wealth, and mask his beliefs, not because he was dishonest, but because he understood one thing the modern world has forgotten: control your words, or they will control you. In parenting, this means guiding your children without broadcasting every struggle. In family life, it means solving problems behind closed doors. In education, it means studying silently until excellence speaks for itself. In the workplace, it means keeping ambitions and emotions sealed until your success forces recognition. In business, it means negotiating with mystery, letting people see only what you choose. So if you truly want to live with power in today's world, stop announcing, stop confessing, stop performing. Let silence be your language and strategy be your voice. Because Machiavelli would tell you this: in a world obsessed with talking, the ones who win are those who stay silent and strike when the noise dies down. And if this message opened your eyes, if it made you realize how much power you've lost just by speaking too much, then reclaim it. Subscribe, like, and share this video. Spread this truth in silence. Because in a world that rewards noise, your silence will be your greatest rebellion. And your greatest strength.